If you want to save time and money on your marketing, then you need a marketing campaign template. It's simple and easy to use, and it's going to ensure that the energy you spend in marketing actually produces paying clients. I'm Amy Walker, and I help small business owners and entrepreneurs be able to grow their business while maintaining balance with their personal lives. And today I am showing you how to build a successful marketing campaign. For all the tips that you need to grow your business and maintain life balance, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so that you can be notified when new videos come out every Tuesday. I talk to business owners just like you every single week, and across the board, there's a lot of frustration with marketing. I see a lot of people that feel like they're always trying to get their name out there, they're always throwing out ideas and hoping for the best, but they don't feel like they can predict their lead flow. They don't feel like they can guarantee that every single month they're going to have the right amount of leads to generate the right amount of sales and that their business will consistently grow. It feels a little magical. We try stuff, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If that sounds like you, we got to make a shift. So if you stick around until the end, what I'm going to share with you today is the 5 things that it takes in order to make any marketing campaign win. It's going to ensure that you don't waste time and money and that you're really harvesting clients out of everything you do for marketing. So make sure that you watch, stay till the end, take some notes. And if you're really ready to kick your marketing up to the next level, I'm going to recommend that you go into the description and get my Ultimate Marketing Calendar as a free download. It's going to really help you get more organized with your marketing, and you'll be able to put your marketing on lather, rinse, repeat, knowing that you have a game plan in place to generate the right amount of sales for your business every single month. So question for all of you, what has been your most successful marketing campaign that you have launched to date? Mine historically has been speaking at events. I always walk away with a few new clients and a bunch of new leads every time I get in front of my right target audience. So what are you doing that works well for you and your business? Let's jump in and talk about how do we build a marketing campaign and give you the template. There's 2 pre-steps that we need to do before we jump into our 5 sequential steps. So step number 1 is you've got to start with the end in mind. Too many people look at that campaign backwards. They look at it from the beginning and then they hope that it will generate the ending. And what that looks like is I should do podcast interviews, or I should do speaking gigs, or I should do Facebook ads. And they think if they do the thing, it's going to generate the clients. And that's not the way that we look at marketing. We look at it with the end in mind. I want to bring in 5 new high-paying clients this month, and then we reverse engineer from there, and we look at what is the best marketing opportunity in order to get those 5 high-paid clients this month. And so what we're going to do is start with the end in mind, and then we're going to back our way up from there. The second pre-step I'm going to give you is that we need to limit how many untrackable things that we do. So social media is important, YouTube is important, Instagram is important, all of these things are important. Even brand recognition is important. But what you really want to focus on, especially if budget is tight and you really need to get sales going quickly, is names, emails, phone numbers. So limit the amount of things that you do that just get your name out there and create exposure. Do some, but really put your time and energy into things that are going to produce you a name, an email, a phone number so that you can be proactive and set up a sales call. All right, let's jump into our 5 steps. So step number 1 is in your template, you need to look at the marketing materials. For me, I look at this as my production list. In order to create this successful campaign, knowing I want to get 5 new high-paying clients this month, then I need to look at what are the marketing materials that I need to produce in order to get there. Do I need a landing page? Do I need a speaker one sheet? Do I need sales copy written? Do I need a reach out email because I'm going to reach out to joint venture partners? Do I need to come up with some sort of graphic that shows my referral program for my clients this month? But it's all of the things that we need to produce in order for this campaign to work. Sometimes what we do is we get so involved in the big picture that we forget the little details, and then the campaign doesn't work because we launched with bad copy, or we launched with a graphic that was hard to read, and so not as many people clicked on our ad as we wanted them to. So we need to think through what are every single production piece we will need to make in order to make this campaign work. And that's step number 1 on my template, is just make a list of all the things I need to produce. Number 2 is your visibility strategy. So you could have built the world's greatest landing page, and I promise you, no one's going to see it unless you drive visibility to it, you drive traffic to it. So how are you actually going to get people to see what you're doing? Are you going to pay to drive traffic to it? Will you use affiliates to put it out there and promote it? Are you going to do email marketing? Are you going to do social media? Are you going to dance with a sign on the corner outside of your business and people will see it because of that? There's a lot of ways to get people to see what you're doing, but a lot of times small business owners think if I just have the great website, that means it's working for me. No, you actually have to put time and energy into making sure that enough people see it. And here's the hint for all of you. I know we wish this wasn't true, but it is. It takes a lot more visibility than you think it does. When you hear about people doing these 6- and 7-figure launches, they have hundreds of thousands of emails that are going out to people to promote this. They're paying big bucks for their Facebook ads. You can't think that you're going to just put up a social media post and get enough visibility for this to all work. You have to have multiple different ways that you're getting people to actually see what you have going on. Step number 3 is your lead capture. You've got to actually make sure that you get those leads. So that could be doing something like a text opt-in. It could be a freemium that people give you their name, email, phone number in exchange for the freemium, or maybe even just name an email. It could be that you pass around a little clipboard at your vendor booth and people sign up old school on pen and paper. It could be something totally creative that you just come up with. I was speaking at an event recently and everybody was doing the same sort of opt-in. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just try something different. Email me. Here's my personal email address. What is your biggest question or problem that I can help you with in your business? Email me what it is and we'll see what we can do from there. But then I would have to get their name and their email because they're emailing me. I think the most common that you're going to see is going to be a capture spot on your landing page, maybe a pop-up, a lead page that's going to have an opt-in, a text opt-in, a piece of paper opt-in. Those are probably your most common. Step number 4, once we have the leads, now we've got to actually build a relationship with those leads. We're craving relationships, we're craving connection, we're craving trust. I love the automation that has happened in business because it makes it easier for us, but it's kind of been at the expense of actually feeling like we know people. So we've got to be willing to build relationships. And I'll tell you this, you will meet people who are ready to purchase that day, but they are usually more impulsive, they're usually very decisive, they've already known what they wanted, and you now fill that role. And so they've done a lot of that pre-work of educating themselves beforehand, or they're just an impulsive buyer, right? One of those two. But all those other people, they meet you, they liked you enough to give you their information, but they're not necessarily ready to purchase yet. So we got to establish that relationship. So that's called lead nurture. You can use your email marketing for lead nurture. You could use a Facebook group for lead nurture. You could use a YouTube channel for lead nurture. You could use actual calls or cards or a lot of different things. But I want you to look in terms of like a brand new lead to an actual client. There's a gap in there, and if you're not doing anything to foster and build that relationship, the chances are just as likely they could buy from somebody else as that they buy from you. So you don't want to spend the time and energy to acquire the lead and then just do nothing with the lead. I've been blogging for I've probably missed like a handful of weeks, but I've been blogging pretty much every week for the last 6 years because it's lead nurture. I send that new article out, and so every week there's some new business article or new business tip or new strategy that they can use. I create content for my people every single week religiously. We might take off Christmas break, but it's a lot of content. And I do that because it nurtures relationships. And I have people who will hang out in my pool for 6 months and then buy, or they'll hang out in my pool for 1 month and then buy, or sometimes a couple of years and then they buy. That's the type of relationship that we're looking to build. Last tip is you gotta ask them for a purchase. You have to transition them into a sales experience. If you've got a low-cost product, that can be just giving them offers, consistently offering to them either on your social media or in your email marketing or even through text or bots. If you have something that's higher priced, you need to take them to a webinar or to a live event or to a one-on-one sales conversation. But we've got to transition from acquiring the leads and into proactively selling to them. So something has happened in 2019 and 2018 that's been frustrating for a lot of people, and it's that the cost per lead has gone up. Facebook really kind of maxed out their ad space. They're working on creating new spaces, which is why you're seeing ads showing up in the videos that you're watching and inside of your Messenger. But those main feed ads, they kind of sold them all. And so the cost per lead went up dramatically last year, which means that if it's more expensive to get a new lead, then we have to do a better job at selling to that lead. So I invite you all to really look at your sales experience and see, is it pleasant? Is it easy to use? Is it simple? Because you can't just rely on the fact that you can go out there and grab some cheap leads and then just get enough of them that you're going to be able to sell. I feel like those days are gone. So those are your 5 steps to building a marketing campaign template. Number 1, marketing materials. Number 2, visibility strategy. Number 3, lead capture. Number 4, lead nurture. And number 5 is the sales experience. Here's what will happen as you do these every single time. You will consistently generate leads into your business, and you'll have people to follow up with, and you'll have new clients because you're launching a campaign that is designed to take you all the way home from those new clients. Now, how are we going to nurture? How will we capture those leads? How are people even going to see it to get to the point of capture? And at the very beginning, what are all the things that we need to produce in order to make it work? So that's it. Now you are ready to go out there and structure your first marketing campaign. I told you at the very beginning of this about my ultimate marketing calendar, and I want to give you an invitation to go click into the description and grab that ultimate marketing calendar. It is a really super sexy template that is going to track the different marketing campaigns you're doing, track the ROI, the cost per lead, help you see where people are actually buying from, and it's even got a formula built in that if you tell it your sales goal, it can tell you how many leads you need in order to reach that sales goal. I think everybody should have it, so make sure that you go and grab the ultimate marketing calendar. Also, if you want to be a part of a community of small business owners just like you, make sure that you click into the description, join our private Facebook group, the CEO Spot, and you can connect with other entrepreneurs and small business owners who are dealing with the same questions, challenges as you are, and you get tips from me each week. So if you liked this video and found it to be helpful, please show me the love, give me a like, share it with your friends, leave us a comment, and make sure that you come back again next week for more great content.